Welcome everyone to Adams State University, tucked away at 7,500 feet between mountains in Alamosa, Colorado. Great stories begin here. Adams State has a long history of diversity and inclusion and has been an established, respected Hispanic serving institution since 1998. In fact, it was the first HSI in Colorado. I'm your host, Alex Boylan, and over the next half hour, we're gonna travel around this beautiful campus and hear stories of Adams State students who appreciate small class sizes, personal attention, celebration of cultures, and outdoor adventure activities. Whether you commute locally from the San Luis Valley or live on campus, Adams State makes a point of helping you find your way, get involved, stay on track, and grow into a proud Adams State Grizzly. Let me introduce you to one of the most diverse campuses in all of Colorado. Welcome to Adams State University. This is the College Tour. Events like music and theater performance make Adams State as interesting as any big city school, but it's in a rural area where agriculture is a big deal. Christian is a local native who's majoring in agribusiness. He also knows that Adams State celebrates the rich local culture here. Tell us all about your experience, Christian.
Hi everyone. I come from the oldest town in Colorado, San Luis, just southeast of Alamosa. San Luis is also home to some of the oldest agricultural practices in the state, which has encouraged me to major in agribusiness here at Adams State University. When registering in 2019, I was undecided about majoring in agriculture or business. After speaking with my advisor, I learned more about the agribusiness program. I knew I would be able to incorporate my knowledge and love of farming with furthering my education. Obtaining my bachelor's degree will be a great accomplishment as I will be the first generation in my family to do so. Adams State has not only given me the opportunity to learn, but also to build the skills needed to make a better community of farmers and ranchers. Having professors that have worked in the field and are able to give you a hands-on perspective of what is expected in the industry is of great value. As Adams State is a Hispanic serving institution, it has allowed many students like me to pursue an education for themselves. I was personally involved in CAMP, or the College Assistant Migrant Program, which provides academic, social, and financial support services to migrant and seasonal farm workers and their dependents, and offers other services such as tutoring, job opportunities, and leadership development. I am thankful for choosing a university that is so united. After 4 years of getting to know other students, professors, and faculty members, they are a family you can always depend on. I am proud to be a Grizzly, and I will always call Adams State my home. That's my story. Now back to you, Alex.
The oldest town in Colorado, Adams State really has great traditions of its own in an area with deep, deep roots. Thanks again for talking with us, Christian. The Rio Grande River and the Rift create amazing formations here. And Christina is an outdoorsy second-year junior from nearby Cuesta, New Mexico, who appreciates both the beauty of the campus and the close attention students get at Adams State. Tell us more, Christina.
Thanks for that introduction, Alex. Hey guys, growing up, I've always had a love for the outdoors. My family and hometown were all major influences as to why I decided to get a degree in geology. I chose Adams State University because of its proximity to home and all the outdoor activities the San Luis Valley offers. Through STEM research, I've applied my skills to the outdoors and learned more about the resources around me. I'm from a small rural town, so community is important to me. I have found a community within STEM that supports one another and provides resources to help ensure success. Adams State makes a point of helping you find your way, get involved, stay on track, and grow into a proud Adams State Grizzly. No matter your interests, you're sure to find a place to fit in. The Adams State Adventure Program offers trips to explore the valley. Paddleboarding, rock climbing, ice climbing, camping, hiking, and more. It's important because as you learn about these areas through research, you're then able to go out and enjoy these areas. The university hosts events throughout the year on our campus green and student union building. There are multiple clubs and organizations to join that keep you busy all year long. Through Adams State, I've emerged into different communities and explored different areas the Valley has to offer. No matter what degree path you choose, you're sure to find a support system that encourages academic and self-growth. That's all for me. Back to you, Alex.
It's great to hear about how you can combine a love for natural beauty with academics right here at Adams State. That was awesome. Thanks again, Christina. Colton is a junior majoring in biology and chemistry, and he's found a place at Adams State on the swim team as well as helping tutor other students. And he knows the diversity at Adams State makes things better for all who attend. Tell us more, Colton.
Thanks for the introduction, Alex. Hi, everyone. When I was growing up, education and swimming were my most important priorities. Inspired by both of these, I was driven to become a biologist. Lucky for me, Adams State University not only has a very dedicated STEM department, which provides undergraduate research on their courses, but also a men's swim team that I wanted to be a part of. For me, swimming and science are quite often linked. Swimming here has opened unique connections with many driven people. In Plackey Hall, there are personalized weight training coaches for each sport, along with a multitude of athletic trainers who have your best interest at heart. Then there's a whole team saying your name as you finish the last lap, or simply playing games on long rides to competitions. This connection even carries through to academics, where more often than not, you're studying with a fellow teammate with a similar major. In the pursuit of my majors, I have found that Adams State has numerous resources, such as tutoring, mentoring, and the STEM Center that assist students in making sure we all succeed. As a double major and an athlete, I can testify needing some help here and there. I've even helped other students as a tutor and a mentor. Along with that, Adams State's commitment to serve underrepresented minorities and first-generation students has allowed for appreciation of diversity here on campus. I see how each person is treated with respect, inclusion, and how each person has an equal opportunity to grow and advance. With the numerous resources here for every student, including student athletes, I am well prepared for my future career. I've been able to explore the endless avenues of biology while still be inspired to swim with a supportive community of athletes. I'm gonna go swim a few laps, but I'll see you guys around. Back to you, Alex.
Resources to help out in your academic career are major here at Adams State. Colton, that was fantastic. Thanks again for sharing your story. You may not know for sure if you want to go to college, never mind where or what to study. As new graduate, Courtney knows sometimes you have to open up to the opportunity and get rewarded when you take a chance. And Adams State is a great place to do just that. Take it away, Courtney.
Thanks for the introduction, Alex. When I left high school, I had no idea what I wanted to do. In fact, I had very little interest in college, and I was scared of facing the world on my own. But my neighbor was an alumni, and he influenced my decision to come to the university. I began my time at Adams very hesitant, but the folks in the alumni office became my family very quickly. They inspired me and helped me get out of my shell, and I went on to work there for 4 years. There, I met a professor who changed the course of my life. I changed my major 3 times and ultimately decided on political science. Eventually, I met the most influential person of my life, a poli-sci professor who heavily encouraged me to join Model UN. That awoke a confidence in me I didn't know I had. From there, I went on to join student government and eventually become the president. I would not be where I am today without the dedication of Adams State faculty and staff. I have learned so much from Adams State University. Of course, not just from my studies, but I've also learned who I am, what I can do, and that I have what it takes for life's challenges. In 1 year's time, I hope to attend law school and get my JD concentration in space and satellite law. And that's my story. Back to you, Alex.
Looks like Adams State is the place to connect with your dreams with help from faculty, staff, and other students. Courtney, thank you for sharing your story with us. That was fantastic. Take care. Beginning college can be an intimidating experience for anyone. especially for folks who don't have a history of higher education in their families. As Jasmina found out, Adams State is a place where you'll feel welcome and comfortable no matter what your background. Take it away, Jasmina.
Thanks, Alex. As a first-generation college student, the college admissions process was intimidating. I had no idea where to go or how my family could afford my education. When the Adams State admissions counselor visited my school, she told me about the opportunities they have, and I took a chance. The Adams experience is completely unique to you. Mine includes studying sociology and communications, being in student support services, member of Christian Challenge, work study as student ambassador, orientation leader, and activities coordinator. In my classes, my professors encourage open discussion. With our class size, I am always comfortable contributing. In communications, we learn about the media industry and have a lot of creative freedom when doing hands-on projects. Outside of the classroom, I've had many opportunities to be involved on campus, one of which is my time working as a student ambassador, where I give tours to prospective students and their families. I get to share my great appreciation for campus and everything it has to offer. Getting to work in the admissions office has allowed me to learn about the college application process while always staying up to date on the demographics of students we serve. Create your own Adams experience through clubs, lectures, cultural celebrations, or campus and community events. If you can't find something for you here, then you're simply not looking hard enough. As a Hispanic serving institution, campus is rich with diversity, and we pride ourselves on inclusivity. A few years ago, when I moved into my dorm room, I didn't know who I'd become, but I found faith, met the most incredible faculty and staff, gained lifelong friends, and I'm confident my education will lead me to a successful future. That's my Adams experience. Back to you, Alex.
Jasmina, thank you for sharing your experience. It's amazing that at Adams State, students can customize their experience through events, clubs, classes, and more. It sounds like such a friendly, welcoming place. Thanks again for sharing your story with us. Adams State recognizes and rewards hard work, whether you never really thought you'd go to college or you always planned on it. Jasmine and Jacqueline know Adams State makes resources available to keep you on your academic path. Ladies, the mic is all yours.
Thanks, Alex. Hi, everyone.
Nosotros somos hijas orgullosas de inmigrantes. Growing up, I never really pictured myself going to college. Maybe it's because of the stereotypes given to my community or because everybody told me it was too hard. At 5 years old, my sisters and I began to learn what work was by helping our mom with her weekly jobs. When we were 12 years old, we began working in the potato fields. Our senior year of high school, we were overwhelmed about how we were going to afford college. So we applied to 100 scholarships and were granted a full ride at Adams State and became a part of the CAMP program. We came into college with no family background in higher education, so it was a very difficult adjustment. The CAMP program taught us to be proud of our background and helped us be successful both in building relationships and academically.
Thanks to our experience in the CAMP program, we were able to build friendships and have guidance through our freshman year. The SSS TRIO program also checked up on us and gave us support. As first-generation students, Adams State taught us that there are programs and institutions out there designated for people such as ourselves. The SSS TRIO program checked on us and provided support. We learned that with self-discipline, support, and focus, we can beat the stereotypes and become what we aspire to be. I am fortunate enough to say that my sister and I are graduating debt-free from Adams State. The sweaty days working in the fields and cleaning hotel rooms taught us to be humble and appreciative towards the educational system in this country. We learned to take advantage of the resources that help us grow. We thank Adams State for the lifelong friendships we gained and the unforgettable moments that we will always cherish while our time being on this campus. That's our story. Back to you, Alex.
Very impressive, Jasmine and Jacqueline. So glad Adams State helped you magnify your strength and complete your college career. That story was amazing. Take care, ladies. Adams State has a long history of success in track and field, cross country, and running in general, which continues today. let's meet Nicole, a graduate who's about to start her master's study in exercise science. She'll share with us how athletics and academics fit together at Adams State. Take it away, Nicole.
Thanks, Alex. Hi, everyone. I've been running track and cross country since I was 11 years old. So when it came time to look for a college, I looked for somewhere where I'd be pushed to become the best runner I could be while also getting my degree. I've been able to chase both athletic and academic success. Small classroom sizes made learning personal, and caring professors helped me get my cellular and molecular biology degree even when I had to travel for meets. Running here at Adams State has been an amazing experience. One of my favorite memories is winning the NCAA Division II Cross Country National Championships in 2021. But it hasn't been all running in school. There are so many fun things to do in the San Luis Valley, especially if you enjoy the outdoors. My teammates and I love to visit the Great Sand Dunes National Park and the hot springs nearby. In addition, there are tons of hikes in the mountains and lots of little towns to explore. Not only is Adams State great for sports, our driving purpose is to provide equitable access to education for all. As Colorado's premier Hispanic-serving institution, Adams State draws on its rural location in the San Luis Valley to serve and empower all of its students, especially those from historically underserved populations. Looking back on my undergraduate experience, I found that college here is more than just education. I've not only gained knowledge and skills for a career, but also life skills, which have helped me to become a well-rounded person. Luckily, my Adams State story is not over yet. I plan to chase excellence in the Exercise Science Master's Program and in cross country and track for 2 more years. That's my story. Back to you, Alex.
Wow, athletics, academics, and beautiful natural wonders wherever you look. You must have loved your first 4 years at Adams State since you're sticking around for your master's. Nicole, best of luck. Adams State started out as a teacher's college 100 years ago, and it's still a great place to become an educator. Just ask Rebecca, who started her senior year as a theater and education major. Take it away, Rebecca.
Thanks for that introduction, Alex. Hi, y'all. I've always loved theater. Throughout high school, I had amazing educators that expanded my outlook, and I wanted to follow in their footsteps. So I started looking for a degree that would allow me to pursue my passion for theater and my inspiration to teach. For those wanting to teach, Adams State offers a unique degree that allows you to take both English and theater classes. With a BA in Theater, Secondary English Licensure degree, our graduates are fully qualified to teach both English and theater. And 100% of our graduates have found employment as teachers. I discovered a life-changing program that I grew to love over the next 4 years. Beginning in my first year, I was already able to apply to design for productions. Meanwhile, I flourished in my classes because of our 16-to-1 student-to-faculty ratio. I've developed lifelong connections with my professors on campus, and I've been involved in all kinds of events. The theater program is where I've spent most of my time on campus, but I spend plenty of time studying in our Nielsen Library private study rooms. Adams State University offers dedicated student support. We have the same resources that larger universities offer, but without the extreme competition or price tag. I have found so much support during my time here, and I feel truly cared for by every person I've interacted with. Adams offers affordable tuition, outstanding scholarship opportunities, and a high-quality education, all in the beautiful San Luis Valley. Thanks to my time at Adams State University, I am prepared to become an educator and theater artist. Not only do I know that I am capable of doing anything, I now know more about myself and how I want to impact the world. That's my story. Back to you, Alex.
Thank you, Rebecca. Sounds like you're having a great time on campus with its state-of-the-art theater, great professors and fellow students, and activities who contribute to your college experience. Adams State helps your personal growth as well as your academic success. Good luck, Rebecca. Students from all kinds of different latitudes and altitudes find their place at Adams State. Tyreek is a kinesiology major who moved from sea level in Louisiana to grab the best life has to offer at 7,500 feet. Take it away, Tyreek.
Thanks, Alex. Hello, everyone. Growing up in my hometown, I knew I wanted to leave and find adventure and experience things I never really got to experience. I'm from a little town in Louisiana where people don't even really think about college. My great-grandmother always told me, never let anyone determine your future and take the wonders away from you. Those words always stuck with me. In pursuit of finding a college where people didn't judge me because I came from a different background, didn't care about my race, and just wanted to learn more about me and my culture, I found Adams State. I was offered a football scholarship, and during my campus visit, after just a couple of hours, I knew Adams State was my home. Majoring in kinesiology is one of the best experiences I've had here at Adams State. I've gained relationships with professors, strength trainers, and even the community itself. I've always been invested in learning how to properly improve myself and others. Working with the kinesiology department helped me with that a lot by showing me how to better analyze the body through testing. Student involvement is essential at Adams State, and I think a lot of the students appreciate the connections. Adams State has multiple events that go on throughout the year that help students get involved, like many parties on the green, bingo night, or drive-in movies. Whatever major you're looking into, it won't just be some boring lecture after lecture here at Adams State. Getting involved with the lesson and gaining experience through activities is what you'll find here. I never thought a college like this would accept a boy like myself from the South. Not only did Adams accept me, but everyone helped me succeed and be better prepared for my field of work. That's it for me, Alex. Take it back.
Kinesiology or any major, Adams State goes way beyond the classroom lectures to make your education memorable. Tyreek, that was fantastic. Take care. Each college student is unique, and we don't all swing right into higher ed after we graduate from high school at 18. Just ask Wes. He's a junior majoring in business finance. Wes has the perfect story to share about how he found his place here at Adams State University. Okay, you are up. Please take it away.
Thanks, Alex. At Adams State University, it's never too late to continue your great story. As a non-traditional student in the School of Business, I found the support I needed to pursue my academic and professional goals thanks to so many great friends and family here. I've worked in retail, accounts payable, attended community college and 2 art schools. I was happy, but not satisfied when my wife and I moved to Alamosa. We're both working at Adams State now, where we found the campus and community welcoming and accepting, like an extended family. I work in the Alumni and Foundation office, where we have visits from alumni and future alumni every day. It was these alumni that inspired me to pursue my academic journey. Now in my 40s, I'm enrolled as a student. I found exceptional support from my colleagues all across campus, whether it's financially through the many grants and scholarships, or academically with encouragement from professors like AJ Webb. AJ is an Adams State alum and former student athlete, so he understands what it is to be a Grizzly. He continues the tradition of genuine caring professionalism, and his humor and teaching style made me look forward to coming to class. Whether you're a traditional student straight out of high school, or just a young at heart like myself, I'm sure you'll find that ASU is a great place to write the best chapter of your life. In the words of Winston Churchill, success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It's the courage to continue that counts. Go Grizzlies! Back to you, Alex.
Great job. Your story is amazing. Thanks again for sharing. All right, y'all, how awesome is Adams State University? I want to thank all these wonderful students and alumni for giving their time so that you can learn more about their school. I've really enjoyed my time here on campus at 7,500 feet, and I hope you have too. So that's all from me. Now it's your turn to learn more about Adams State. Take care, everyone. We hope to see you on campus real soon. Cheers.